Okay, get this. Today, we are diving into the 40 rules of love.
Yeah.
But get this, just one rule. One.
Oh, interesting.
And it's a doozy.
Really? Let's hear it.
Yeah. So we don't even have the full book. It's like we have this little piece, this excerpt, and it's for the third rule of love.
Okay.
Let me just read it to you, all right?
Yeah, please.
You can study God through everything and everyone in the universe because God is not confined in a mosque, synagogue, or church.
Right.
But if you are still in need of knowing where exactly his abode is, there is only one place to look for him, in the heart of a true lover.
Wow.
There is no one who has lived after seeing him, just like there is no one who has died after seeing him.
Oh, wow.
Whoever finds him will remain with him forever.
Okay.
Lot to unpack. Right?
Yeah, that's intense.
Where do we even begin?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing that stands out to me is that this rule is not literally about religious buildings, right?
Right.
It's really about a mindset. It's about how do we see God in everything. And it suggests, I think, this idea that we can learn and grow spiritually from every single thing and every single person we encounter.
So it's sort of like the world itself becomes like a sacred text.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone we meet is like, potential teacher.
100%.
That's a pretty cool concept.
No.
Is that a common thread in a lot of different spiritual traditions?
It really is. Like, if you think about Buddhism, right?
Right.
The whole idea of mindfulness.
Yeah.
It's about, seeking enlightenment through just paying attention to the present moment. Or in Sufism, which is this mystical branch of Islam that really emphasizes love and devotion.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
There's this very strong belief that you experience the divine through, like, the beauty of creation. So yeah, it's definitely something that comes up again and again in different traditions.
It's interesting. And, speaking of finding, this rule goes on to say that we can find, God's abode specifically in the heart of a true lover.
Right.
So what is true love, according to this rule?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because it's presented here as if we all just know what true love is, which is a huge assumption. But this idea of love as a pathway to the divine, it's not a new one. Think about Rumi, the Sufi poet, for example.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's famous for his writings about love and devotion. And it seems like in this rule, this idea of true love, it's not just about romantic love, right? It's something much deeper. It's like this transformative, almost mystical experience.
Yeah, and then it gets even more intense.
Right. It really does.
It says, there is no one who has lived after seeing him, just like there is no one who has died after seeing him.
Right.
What do we make of that?
It's some pretty intense language, for sure. I don't think it's meant to be taken literally, though.
Ah, right.
It's not talking about physical death, but I think it's getting at this idea of what some people call ego death.
Oh, interesting.
Where our sense of self, our ego, kind of dissolves in the presence of something so much bigger than ourselves.
So you're saying that by experiencing this kind of all-encompassing love, this merging with something larger than ourselves, we actually find like a deeper, more true sense of self.
Exactly. It seems counterintuitive, right? But that's the paradox of it all, maybe.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we actually, square this with our everyday experience?
Well, I think that's where it gets really interesting and also really challenging because this rule doesn't give us a step-by-step guide, does it?
No, not really.
It's more like a starting point, I think. It's an invitation to look at our own lives and ask ourselves, what does it really mean to connect, truly connect with the world around us? What does it mean to experience love in this all-encompassing, transformative way? And how do we make space for that in our lives?
If this is just rule number 3, I can only imagine what the other 39 rules have in store.
Oh, I know. I can't wait to find out.
Me too. And for you listening, have you ever felt this kind of transformative power of love, even just for a moment? Head over to our forum. Let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.